It's a beautiful day to have a beautiful day. I had an attitude earlier, but I threw it away. We knew we was great before we knew what to say. It's a tale of two cities, tell it two cities.
It's a beautiful day to have a beautiful day. If you knew everyone was listening, then what would you say? I could complain, but what we gon' do with complaints? This is a tale of two cities. It's a tale of two cities. This is a tale of two cities. Hand-me-downs loosely fit me. Jeans so big that I had to twist them at the time.
Drop and hit the ground. Teachers yelling, sheesh. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be listening from in the world. It's your boy, Kent Mellows.
And King Ami. And y'all rocking with us, man. You know, we here today, man, but usually...
Bro, you ain't gonna say it's a Tell the Two Cities podcast, bro.
Are you on the...
I deliberately did not say that shit so you can say that shit. We've been, bro. This is part of the problem I be having, bro. This is part of the problem I be having. When I say the shit, you come in and then you say the shit, bro. And then I don't say it, and you just, yeah, man, y'all here with us today, man.
Hey, man, you gave me a hard time last time, man. I had a dream about that actually, where I did it again, and then you punched me, man. And it really hurt my feeling. In the dream,
it becomes a run-on sentence at that point.
Okay, well, you hear. Do it again, man.
Do it again.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be listening from in the world. Welcome back to SCAR Radio, aka Santa Claus Ain't Real, bitch. Ooh. It's your boy DJ Grinch. Nah, I'm just fucking with y'all. It's Ken Mellows.
And King Ami. And you rocking with the Tell It Two Cities podcast.
Somehow I feel like he almost... But you know what? You know, it ain't even important. It ain't even important.
You blew me out the water. You did that one really bad. You did that second one better than the first one, actually.
I mean, look, man, that's anyway. All right, so look, as y'all can see, you know, we done made a bit of an adjustment. We've moved some things around.
Our table ain't here. Did y'all like that table? It's gone.
That table for two is out of here. It's out of here. It's out of here. See,
only the real ones. Only the real ones. Yeah. Really real. Anyway.
Right. Okay, so man, we got a lot of shit to get to today.
Yeah, facts.
We a couple church announcements. We had a show on the what day was that when we was in Seymour?
It was a Friday, wasn't it?
It was the 30th. It was December 30th. That's how we brought in the new year.
Appreciate
y'all. Seymour,
man.
Indiana.
Tanya and
Seth Pacey. Y'all have an amazing setup up there.
Pacey Apothecary out Seymour, Indiana.
Say it for me.
Apothecary. I think that's how you say it.
Look, bro, I don't know, bro.
If not,
Apothecary.
We're gonna get slandered for saying the word wrong.
Apothecary.
You know, and if you try to add some twang to it, you might be wrong too, man. So I try to play it safe.
Apothecary.
You see.
Anyway, look.
You getting into uncharted waters.
Tanya, Seth, y'all have an amazing setup up there.
Yeah.
I'm really, really proud of you guys. I know you guys have been doing what you had to do to make this transition from the farm to, you know, living more in the city. But, you know, you guys have appeared to bounce back fairly well.
And it looked like y'all didn't even bounce back. It looked like y'all just bounced forward.
Basically.
You know what I mean?
Basically,
they bounced forward into another situation. They still doing the Moon and Stars Festival this year. So, I mean, things are looking up for y'all. You know, right. We appreciate y'all as well. They had a great show. Probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, it was.
If I'm going to be real with you.
It's been a while since we was able to, like, have that, like, intimate setting.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can really connect with each person.
Yeah.
In a different level, you know? So that was dope.
And, you know, we really fuck with the way y'all do business, you know. Y'all are very straightforward. You know, y'all tell us what's expected of us.
Powerful people, man.
Exactly.
In y'all's way, you know.
And, you know, niggas really appreciate the belief in us, you know, the concern, you know, the care, and just the desire to have us out, you know, as, you know, the first hip hop act that y'all have had out there in Seymour in a while. You know, I definitely feel like, you know, we came and showed and proved, and we'll come back whenever.
Yeah.
Whenever.
Yeah. And then we got a show coming up on the 28th of January, man, the New Heartbreak Festival.
Is that a Friday? That's a Saturday, right?
It's a Saturday. And to to my knowledge, we talked to Trayvon and Dan, and um
I'm gonna let you.
apparently, there's gonna be chicken, man. There's gonna be food, and there's gonna be great musicians with a band. Um, there's gonna be vendors. So I mean, you could buy food. I mean, clothing. You know what I'm saying? You can buy, and then there's gonna be naked women, and there's gonna be like. Oh, I didn't try to skip past that. There's gonna be naked women.
He didn't try to skip past that.
I don't know. I've never been to.
Saw that nigga did.
I tried to. I've never been to a festival where there's bands. We put this practice in. You know what I'm saying? And then you look out into the crowd and boobies and chicken. You know what I'm saying? It's like
I was actually. Now look in the interest of full disclosure, yo. Niggas is not trying to shit on nobody.
No.
Niggas is not trying to make this shit bad, but we gonna speak on how niggas felt about
different.
this shit.
This is different. I'm actually excited.
And that's I'm on the phone with the homie, man, and I'm kind of just explaining to her, like I don't really know how this is gonna look.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to see it in my head, like okay, a live band.
Give me the atmosphere, like I need...
like with us rapping, it's like are they like are people like getting dances like as we doing this?
Apparently,
like is this like a like are they just walking around or
apparently
or they're like I'm so curious to see what this looks like.
Yeah, no, it'll be.
I'm very, very curious to see what this looks like. And as artists, do we get free dances? I mean, that, like, look,
there's a lot of questions.
That may be a bit presumptuous on my end. I don't know. But, since we are all the entertainment, bitch, I'm rapping for you, Okay, that's it.
Look. Hey, hold on now, because this is why we here.
I'm rapping for you. But I'm rapping for you. I'm just, I'm up here doing my thing.
Yeah.
So are we gonna do our thing together, or is this shit one sided? I have questions.
Are there amenities to this 30 minutes that I'm gonna be?
I'm just saying, does the sink have a handle, or do I gotta, be a bad magician under this motherfucker? You feel me? What's going on? Okay. I don't know. So, New Heartbreak Music Festival, January 28th. We will be in attendance. We got about a 35 minute set. We usually try and stretch it out. They tell us we got 30 minutes. We usually make them push us off the fucking stage.
Yeah. So y'all might have to do that again.
Yeah.
You know how it goes.
I don't, bro. So in my head,
it's in Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah. Oh, this is back at the crib. Like this is really like our first major show. Like back at the crib.
Yeah. Like we've done stuff in Dayton, but this one is like.
Yeah.
I don't know. With Dayton, there's a need for growth. Right, there's a need for growth, so I'm happy to
growth in what way?
The culture of the music. So the history of Dayton music is amazing.
Facts.
But in terms of kind of, if you look at Louisville, for example, Louisville's not the biggest, obviously, but like the music scene in Louisville is forever booming. Mm-hmm. Every week you gonna find something.
Yeah,
and not just one thing. You're gonna find poetry. You're gonna find dance. You're gonna find everything. They pushing the culture every week. So I want Dayton to be like.
So to that point, I feel like where Louisville has an advantage over Dayton is Dayton isn't the how do you say this? The metropolitan city that Louisville is. Like for instance, Louisville is the biggest city in Kentucky, whereas Dayton and Ohio it might be third, fourth, or fifth.
Right.
So and if you from Kentucky, if you like, man, I want to get out of this small town, the first thing that you usually think of, I'm gonna move to Louisville or Lexington, and that's just what I've been picking up, from living here. I may be off.
I mean, you're right. If you were from, I don't know, Bardstown, Kentucky, that's going to be your move. You're gonna slide to Louisville or Lexington. I mean, it's just, that's where you start. If you have to start somewhere, that's usually how it goes, right? Like nobody just starts off rapping and they're like, I'm about to go to Florida,
right?
So they try in their hometown first, and for us, it's gonna be Louisville, it's gonna be Lexington.
Yeah.
So it's and then Dayton, it feels like Dayton could be that, or could be one of those.
Right.
I don't know how Columbus is. I don't know how Cincinnati is, but I'm sure they're probably more booming in a way.
Well, what's crazy, bro, about and this is. this is just what I've picked up on, from being in different places and performing in different cities, and I'm pretty sure you can relate to this. Like,
Yeah.
Any of us, as artists, that come from the Midwest,
Yeah.
we all have that same attitude towards wherever the fuck it is that we rapping at.
Yeah.
Like, me being from Dayton, us being from Dayton, hearing niggas say like, shit, man, a nigga got to get the fuck out of Cincinnati. It's like, damn, bro, I done made that exact same statement, just change the city out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, why
are we doing that? Yeah.
Why is that? So
instead of building what we have here.
But then, I mean, there's legitimate cause to pause.
Yeah. True.
I mean, like, there's a reason to feel that way, but obviously it can't be done. You got the Jacks, you got, is Silk the Shocker from here? Is that him? So I don't who
Static Major.
Static Major.
You think it's Static Major?
Look, bro.
He was.
He may as well be the same niggas to me.
He didn't mean that.
Niggas to me.
Well, maybe he did mean that. Actually, I don't know. Static Major, man.
He used to run around Wayne and them, right?
I mean, he ran around with a lot of people, but he did do some stuff with Wayne that like helped his career. You know what I'm saying? That really gave him a platform.
And Silk the Shocker was Master P, right?
If that's what he want to be, I'm not familiar too much with Silk.
So they the same nigga to you too?
No, nah. Listen, man, bro. I try not to do that because we Salem Avenue. I don't want niggas to be like, hey, man, Kent Mello's the same niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, bro, look, man, if y'all talking about us, when y'all having arguments about us, hey,
we did something right.
Look, all press is good press.
We did something right.
Go ahead and yell and scream, do whatever.
So how you feel about that? Because Young Thug is on trial right now, but his music is going crazy. Like, if you look at the stream numbers, oh my gosh.
Listen, look.
So when you say that, man, I believe you.
I don't want to. I don't look, man. No disrespect to Jeffrey.
Who's Jeffrey?
I don't. Thug, man.
Oh,
what
man.
did he say? What is thug mean? Trust healing under God or something like that. Whatever it is, I don't believe it.
What's YSL stand for? Young
Stoner Life.
Oh, I thought it was something else.
Well, I mean, it's Yves Saint Laurent.
Yeah.
First off,
the clothing.
So this, niggas just be, bro. Niggas quit biting.
No, I mean, they doing what they doing, man. But
I guess, man. I guess, man. Look.
What's in your cup, man?
All right, so this is perfect timing for us to segue to the next segment because he's asking questions that you are not supposed to ask. Never tell somebody what's in your cup.
Yeah.
Never tell this. Can I?
Oh, okay.
You can probably guess what's in here.
We'll be back, man. We'll be back.
You can probably guess. So I wanna.
What do you wanna, man? Because you said a lot of wannas, man. I'm kind of scared.
I don't think that we've ever like really had this conversation, man. And I wanna, I want to know how you feel and I'm not even gonna call them BBLs. We just gonna call them fake asses.
Mm.
Like what? As a man, as a guy, as my cousin, as my dog, my homie, my ace boon coon, my player partner, keep it a buck with me.
Mm.
What's the what's going on in that noggin, man?
Here's my thing, man.
Okay.
I'm very like supportive of people doing their thing. Get what makes you happy. Make what music makes you happy. Create what makes you happy, right?
Okay.
Now it's sort of like this for me. If we dating or something, or we together,
Okay.
and that's something that you bring to me that you want to do, I'm probably not gonna be the biggest supporter.
Wait a minute. What happened to do what makes you happy and make the music that makes you happy and be like, what happened to that shit? That was quick, nigga.
And because but also you got to realize that the decisions you make are what make you happy. Doesn't always make the other people happy around you. You see, you try to flip me. You try to flip me.
Nah, look.
Now you did. You try to get me on camera.
I just want to know. I just want to know.
But so when you make these decisions, you just got to understand that they gonna have some consequences. But if that's something that makes you happy, then do it. So I like to that point. I would say everybody should do what they want, and but me personally, that's one thing that it's tough for me.
So I guess I want to know why. Like, why would you take a stance of I want you to do what you want? I want you to make yourself happy, do what makes you happy. Think what makes you happy, feel what makes you happy, et cetera, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
But at your core, you don't necessarily feel that way.
I think
like I can understand
I think the woman's buttocks is a sacred thing, man.
Oh, sacred.
Yeah, like
okay.
It's not like it's
okay.
not like it's not.
You want them to be buried with it. All right.
It's not like the breast, man. Like, okay, fine. If you want to get fake, like, fine. Like, I'm not gonna get too upset about it.
Oh, it should be bugging me because the spacing be off, nigga.
It's cool when
be off.
I'm not too upset about that.
It should be fucking with me, bro.
But like the butt, man, it's like girl, like this is come on.
Okay, but look, bro, for you to say the booty is sacred, I mean to us as brothers, yeah, it's sacred. But to white boys, the rack is fucking sacred. Check out the rack. Look at the rack.
It's going through my veins right now. Like it's nothing white. I don't care.
Okay.
So like
okay. Fair enough.
Like I am a brother. You feel me? So like bro, like that is do you know what the heart shape is? The shape of a heart is literally a woman turned around, like, but like face like so if you face down, facing towards you,
oh my
butt
God.
up, right?
Oh,
that is the shape of a heart.
Oh boy.
I'm telling you, that's where the heart came from.
Shout out Amira.
I'm just telling you where the heart came from. I'm telling you. And that's facts because Amira's logo is that.
I remember when we were sitting down and she had them fucking panties on that heart, and I'm like,
yeah, her logo.
Did you make that an ass?
But that's actually a thing. I learned that in art class. Like that is actually.
Did you learn that in art class?
Art class.
I'm just fucking with you.
I bet you at this Heartbreak Festival we gonna see that.
Okay, all right. So this is my thing, right? There's like a couple. I guess I'm gonna try and draw a line between like two things. I'm gonna try and like make a parallel because I feel like I don't fuck with I don't necessarily like women making alterations to their like person, to their like body.
Yeah.
Because I love women. Like, I love women and there's
to the point where you don't want them to do anything that could alter what's natural to them.
Well, I mean, because at this point it isn't you anymore. Like, okay, cool, doing what makes you happy, yes, but once you go and you get cut up and you get changed and you get these big ass titties and your spacing is off and you get like you get this fat ass and shit. It isn't you anymore.
Now you Cyborg from DC, right?
It isn't you, and then like I'm we like let's say niggas would like to procreate. I don't know what the fuck this child is gonna look like.
Right.
Because I don't even know what you look like. Who are you?
Like,
who are you?
Kim K push out a baby and it don't look nothing like what she look like now because her jeans are different.
You feel me? And she ain't got on jeans no more.
She ain't got on jeans. She don't even have to wear mom jeans. Bro, she wear model jeans because her waist is snatched. Is what they call it now. They don't. I
don't. But like, okay, so for instance, like another thing, like that's like kind of in that same lane, but not really. Like I don't. So to be completely forthcoming, I hate twerk videos, nigga.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Just because I don't know what we're doing here. Like, is this a mating call? Like, bitch, what are you doing?
It is a mating call.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. I feel like if I get a twerk video sent directly to my phone and I know the woman who sent it to me, hence it's a mating call. But if I'm scrolling on IG and I just see some ass shaking, what is this? Because I feel like it ain't the same thing.
No. Because women know how to control us.
Oh, shit.
Women know how to control us.
Oh,
they know how to get to our wallet. And that's one of the ways is through sex. So something that it's just like it's taking our weakness and monetizing it. It's just like strip clubs. I mean, you go in a strip club, you got some money, you know, what else are you here for? You're not only just buying food. Although I've heard that the chicken at these strip clubs is good.
Bro, the lemon pepper wings and magic is all right.
They only all right because it's butt in your face, I think.
You think so?
I think.
I mean, bro, I'll take a free breakfast buffet anywhere. So I don't, you know.
They nice actually.
I don't care where it is, bro. You know, free breakfast buffet. I'm not gonna pass that up.
Them hotel waffles be hitting.
I'm telling you, bro.
But
or that little, you know, where you can print out the pancake.
Yes,
you know,
all that.
Like you just push the button.
You know that clear glass. Happen. Yeah, you know that clear glass. You slide back and the bagels is in there. So everything bagel.
You better hold up. Look, bro. You better flip it over the top. Hold
it up. Because that's what slap your hand. Then it's a bunch of little buttercups right there next to it, man. You know, you got the orange, the cranberry, and the water.
Man. I like the hotel danishes, man. You know, I'm a hotel danish guy. I'm not fucking with that bread or those bagels. I used to work at a hotel. I know that's the same bread from yesterday and the day before and the day before. Don't eat that bread. Do not eat the bread in hotels. Do not eat the bread or the bagels in hotels. Any of the bread products, with the exception of the danishes, because them is usually fresher. They're not fresh, but fresher.
I eat it. I ain't gonna lie.
You just out here just all right.
Let's change gears a little bit, man.
I ain't gonna, you know.
Tell me about yourself, man, because like I feel like we don't do this enough.
What, bro?
Yeah. I want to know. I want to hear about you, man. What moves you?
What is this?
What moves you? Just listen. What moves you to? What moves you to be who you are today, man? Like an artist, you know what I'm saying, that's pushing his music, that's pushing these podcasts. What are some of the things that like you feel like happened to you early on that pushed you to be this person now?
All right, so it's like for me it's like I guess a quote unquote rapper, bro. Nigga, I know you done seen, you know, the Avengers Civil War shit.
Yeah.
You know, and back in the day, you know, the cover of the comic book, you had a whole bunch of superheroes on this side and a whole bunch of superheroes on this side, right? And you don't necessarily know what every superhero's superpower is, but you know they all super in some way. Some nigga may be able to teleport. Some nigga may be invisible. Some might have heat vision. Some niggas may be able to fly. Some niggas may be super strong. Whatever it is. And then at the front of all of those superheroes, you got the niggas we all recognize. You got your Incredible Hulks, you got your Iron Mans, you got your Captain Americas, you got your Spider-Mans, you got your Spider-Man. Did I say Spider-Man? Fucking I'm saying it twice. You know, you got your Spider-Mans. You know, you got your Ant-Mans. You know, you got Black Panther. You got all of these superheroes that you recognize, right?
Right.
Take that same picture that I just painted for you, but instead of it being Avengers Civil War, make it hip hop.
Okay.
And you just got a slew of fucking rappers on the cover of this comic book. And yeah, they all motherfucking rap, but the closer you get to the front, you see the juggernauts. You see the niggas who
okay, but why do you want to be on that cover? Like what?
Why do I want to be on that?
What made you be like, I want that? I want that.
Barack Obama was, in my opinion, born to be president. LeBron James was born to hoop. Nigga Conor McGregor was born to talk shit and be in the MMA. I've had some teachers throughout the past who were like, you know, this is what they were born to do. You know, they were. So
you're inspired.
Nigga, Lou Will was born to hoop. I was born to rap.
So would you say you're inspired? But like,
inspired.
but that's the thing though, because you got to be inspired to do something. But then also there has to be a reason, man. Like,
Well, I mean, my reason behind it is like well, I mean, for one, I genuinely believe that I'm good at this.
okay,
Like, for starters, I feel like this is, something that I can do very, very well. And then on top of that,
have you ever been looked down upon, like you wasn't good enough for some shit, bro?
hell yeah, hell yeah.
And like, did that ever? Would you say that that's something that's like pushed you to kind of make those decisions for yourself now?
Yes, but when I was looked down on, it was never because of music.
Right. It was because of anything else, right?
Right. So for instance, hooping, right? Nigga, you like a real life hooper. Like this is what you do. For me, nigga, nigga, my left hand ain't that strong,
Yeah.
It just, it is what it is, ain't that, it ain't that strong. So sometimes, a nigga would be picked third, second, or, last.
Yeah.
Like that's just what it was. But when it came to this rapping shit, that was one of the areas where I guess as opposed to waiting on niggas to pick me to be on their team, I'm the nigga that's picking the team now.
And then also people get mad because you picking the team now.
Right.
It's like, why he get to pick the team?
Right.
Well, because he was the one that wasn't picking the team at first.
Right.
And that's the thing we talked about, man, where it's like, if you want to be able to make these decisions, if you want to be able to be the person that's in that position, then you got to be the last guy in the gym. You know what I'm saying? You got to be the last guy in the building.
Facts.
When the building closed and the lights turn off, you got to be one of the last people walking out.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the things for me as a hooper, like you say, man, there was times where I wasn't picked at all. Because I was just, when I first started, I was just good at defense, man. I wouldn't want to get into this after this break, but
I got you.
Yeah, man, like us as people, I want to talk about that more with our guests when they come on, man. I want to be able to like really get down to the core of people. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, say less. We'll be right back.
Everyone was listening, and what would you say? I could complain, but what we gon' do with complaints? This is a tale of two cities. It's a tale of two cities. This is a tale of two cities. Hand-me-downs loosely fit me. Jeans so big that I had to twist them at the time.
Yo, so back to what I was saying, man. Like, I want to when we bring on these people, man, I really want to get into, and that's why I'm glad we're having this conversation now, because I want y'all to even listen to, man. Like, this is really how we talk. I really want to get to people's core, man. You know what I'm saying? What pushes somebody? Like, what are some of the things that happen in your life that kind of pushed you to be who you are today as an artist, as a creator, as any type of, entrepreneur, whatever you're doing with your life, because I think at the end of the day, that's how you kind of get into those good conversations.
So give me an example of what that looks like. Like
For me,
so okay, here's a question that I want to know that I'm sure we've talked about it because nigga, we've spent so much time just discussing just so much shit.
Of course.
Where and why King Ami?
So I used to be Amadeus, bro. Like, I used to be King Amadeus. And if you know anything about Mozart, they had that movie come out. I don't know if you ever seen that movie. It's like 3.5 hours long, bro. Like,
Yeah, I probably ain't
It's long.
Yeah, I'm not that guy.
It's one of those movies where like I watched it on accident multiple times and never really paid attention, right? But then one day I did pay attention. And it was, I don't know, man. It was something about it. I think I was in high school. It was something about it that just inspired me because it's a story of a guy who lived his life for music. Like, and that was it.
Hold on. In this movie, is there a portion of the movie where he's like walking because he's like deaf, right?
Yeah.
So
by the end.
So he's like walking and there's somebody following him and he knows somebody and like he knows there's somebody following him. He keeps turning around looking to see who it is, but they keep like ducking or moving or whatever.
Yeah.
Is this that movie?
Yeah. There's a part
All
like
right.
that.
Okay. Then I may have seen it, but
by towards the end, he gets really sick. He loses a lot of his motor function things like that.
Okay.
But up to that point, you know, he was bedridden and everything, but like up to that point, he got older and all these things were trying to stop him. And so it was just a really interesting thing because this is a person that's on the Marvel cover at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
bro, he was there when they was wearing the frills. You know what I'm saying? So if you could get yourself solidified in that moment and make yourself last that long, that's big, first of all.
And this is Mozart we talking about?
This is Mozart, yes.
Okay.
Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart.
So Wolfgang was his first name.
Yeah. Mozart was his last name.
Man, that shit kind of tough.
Amadeus middle name. You know, so like,
hey, what's up, bitch? My name Wolfgang.
Wolfgang. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shit, all right.
And so, like, bro, like, I have always been I don't look at music as I'm a good rapper.
Wait, does you fucking with Amadeus have anything to do with Tyler the Creator fucking with Wolfgang like he does?
No.
A gang Wolf or Wolf? Okay.
No.
Fair enough. Shooting from the hip.
So Wolfgang, I'll get to Tyler Creator, but Wolfgang is actually from the. So Wolf, if there's an album called Wolf that Tyler made it, and it was like a camp thing, a vibe.
Yeah.
So like that's where the Wolfgang came from. It was like some camp shit, but this was inspiring for me just because I'm a composer. I'm an artist, right? I'm not a rapper. Like when like you see it when I go in here, I'm not thinking about my verse per se. I'm thinking about the total volume of sound that I'm gonna put out into my verse, into the song, into whatever.
I gotta agree with that.
So it's all a composition, man. And for me, early on, being a hooper and being like somebody who was into singing and stuff like that, I was always looked down on, man. I ain't gonna lie. I have one of my cousins, man. He actually helped me. I appreciate you, motherfucker, because you was a hater.
Jesus.
No, for real. He would come up to me like, "Yo, you get no PT," and he would laugh. And this dude's like 7 years older than me. I'm a elementary school kid at this time. You get no PT. Ha ha ha. You get no PT. And he was cold at basketball. He played for Dunbar. Like he did his thing. He was the starting, championship, blah, blah, blah. You get no PT, ha, 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 He dunking on dudes. And so, for me, that was like my first time where I was like, I'm about to really get in these motherfuckers' ass with this shit, bro. Like, I'm really about to go crazy. So that stuff actually pushes me. And even now as artist, man, that really pushes me. Even at work right now, I told you the other day, man, like, I got a dude, man, I get to work. Ha ha, it's the artist, yo, what's up? It's the artist, yo. Like, look at this nigga, And I'm like, yeah, it's me. What's up?
Now what happens?
Yeah, and then they like, oh shit. Now, and then a couple days later, well, I seen your podcast, man. That shit's kind of fire. Like, hold on now, I like that. You know what I'm saying? I like the music. Like,
so from Amadeus, what was the moment that it went from Amadeus to Ami? When did you?
Well, first I was capital B.
Jesus.
I let somebody name me.
I was not around for this.
I let somebody name me.
I was not around for.
Then I chose Amadeus, and then
the capital B days.
Yeah, well, and
capital
then,
B, Cat B.
Well, actually, what started Ami was actually Salem Ave, bro. Like, I just really wanted to shorten it, man. And I was looking around. I see Drake. I see all these one name, Future, whatever. And I was like, let me shorten this and make this something that people can grab onto, spell a little bit easier, shit like that. So,
okay.
But I mean, it's
okay.
Our psychological mind, for some reason, it can either go two ways. You know what I'm saying? Somebody puts out a gate in front of you. Some people may turn around, but then there's people like us where we gonna bust through that gate. You know what I'm saying? We deal with those mental these almost monsters that are telling us like, don't do it. You can't do it. You're not allowed to do this. Or, you know, we have people in our head, our mom's voice or our whatever's voice that may have told us this ain't a good idea. And we let that become part of our psyche.
Right.
But I've learned, man, you know, I love moms. I love my dad. I love my people around me, but also it's not your decision, man. It's mine, you know, and nobody's going where we're trying to go. So we got to be able to differentiate between the things that we want to do and the things that are actually good ideas and bad ideas, right?
Can I be vulnerable with you right now?
Please do.
All right. This ain't even for y'all right now. Y'all just
None of this is for y'all actually,
you know,
because
y'all just gonna have an opportunity to see this shit. I think this thing that's so scary about this shit, bro, is like we can like see now, like it's
there's a light somewhere.
like we can actually do this shit.
Yeah.
Like I remember we used to ask each other, is it raining all the time?
Yeah.
And
Now it's
like I remember our first conversation where we connected on the first time where somebody already knew what Salem Avenue was and we didn't have to tell them about that shit. Now I can forget that I have this shit on and somebody will walk up to me and it's like, oh shit, okay, all right, well, I guess you Kent Mellows right now.
I ran into a guy, man, that we ran into before. He plays in the band. They're black. They actually want to play with us.
I'm with that shit, bro.
That's crazy, ain't it? Like that's what I want.
But that's the I guess it's the who's so like Derek Carr is an example that like came to mind.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you're familiar with Derek Carr. Derek Carr is like when they ask those questions and then it's like, you know, they give you those 5 options, you know, do you strongly disagree? Do you moderately disagree? Do you agree? Somewhat agree, strongly agree.
Yeah.
I feel like Derek Carr is one of those, like, you know, if the question was, is he trash? Be like, no.
Yeah.
No, he's not trash. He's not a superstar, but he's not terrible either. I can name people better than him. I can name people worse than him.
Right.
You know, he's like kind of got that like middle child, you know, type of thing, man. And I feel like with us, bro, there is still a lot of advice and things that we're learning. There's still a lot of things that we're seeking. There are still places that we have to go. But there are also people who look at us like we done sold 1 million records already.
And we have not.
Not even close.
But
and
I mean, it'd be nice.
I guess what's dope is it's almost like the story is being written and niggas like see it. Like, you know, we have the foresight enough to understand like what's happening and how this is going. And it's
I think the funny thing about being in this field of entertainment is that whatever stage you get on, whatever a stage is for you, it always reveals the truth.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't hide. You can't fake it, because eventually when you get on that stage and you try to fake it,
mm-hmm.
it's almost like there's a blindfold that's released
mm-hmm.
from everybody that's looking at you. You know, it's like when you walk into a boxing ring, you know, you can't talk shit the whole time. I mean, you can, but then once you get in that boxing ring, we gonna see who is a bitch.
You got a box.
You know what I'm saying? We gonna see who a bitch, because you gotta make him hurt. And if you don't make him hurt and he make you hurt.
You know what that made me think about?
Huh.
The verses between the Locks and Dipset.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like,
we like to rap.
Everybody's living through this facade, but once you get on that stage and the lights is on you,
yeah.
Oh no.
You like to rap.
Yeah. Look, that curtain is open.
Action is hey, we up here.
You know what I'm saying?
We in the garden. Everybody's watching you. I understand. You got Dipset and you got these pink shirts and you had an era. You had a year.
This is
let it go by.
You were supposed to be shooting free throws, so now here go the free throw. Now this is where you supposed to be shooting free throws and making them.
Lights is bright.
You know what I'm saying?
10 seconds go by real quick.
Man,
it's a.
And as we bring people on here, man, I really want to get to that part of them.
Yeah, bro.
Like. Fuck the chain you might bring in with your gold diamonds and
mm-hmm.
you fuck all the shit you come in with. Your shoes
mm-hmm.
might be nice, whatever. Like, I want to know who you are at the core. You know what I'm saying? Like, what your upbringing is like. Like, why are you who you are? You know
why
what I'm
you
saying?
think you can do this?
Right.
Like, why do you think you can do this when there's niggas like us out here?
Like, do we not scare you?
These are like legitimate questions that I have, bro.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. There's people that they be rapping like, and they out here right now big time, and I'm looking like, fuck, like I gotta get better.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I get it when when you scared or when you got like you're humbled in a way. You know what I'm saying?
A reasonable amount of respect, for a peer, man, is really necessary in this music shit.
Yeah,
and you like,
and that's why I like Mike Tyson, because Mike Tyson a bully, but at the same time he has a side of him that is humble and like he makes himself like vulnerable to his feelings and things like that. Like for that reason, he's an amazing guy just because that's what he does. But to that point, man, we're gonna have somebody actually on next episode. I don't want to ruin it, but y'all gonna see.
Facts. So when we come back, we are gonna let y'all see something that we very, very, very seldom let anybody see. We probably ain't gonna get through it because it takes us a while, but we'll be right back.
Everyone was listening, and what would you say? I could complain, but what we gon' do with complaints? This is a tale of two cities. It's a tale of two cities. This is a tale of two cities. Hand-me-downs loosely fit me. Jeans so big that I had to twist them at the time.
All right, yo, man, pull your phone out, man. Let's do this, man. We ain't even finna.
My phone?
Yeah, like, bro, we ain't even finna.
My phone?
Yeah, bro, pull out your phone, bro.
For what?
So we can make this fucking list of the songs we doing, bro.
Oh.
We can at least get started. We're not gonna finish this shit because you don't. I don't know, man.
My phone, really? Is that what we doing right now?
Yeah, bro. That's what we doing right now, bro.
I'm gonna use the last thing from the page.
So you gonna cheat, bro? You don't fucking cheat? All right, okay. So look, so it seems like every time me and this nigga have to like discuss what songs we gonna do at a show, man, we be at each other's neck about this shit. And it's really funny because it ain't like we both ain't on all these goddamn songs. Like these, like this is.
I mean, this is different now because every show is different, honestly.
Right,
so,
right.
This one's like, I guess, like I said, an all-encompassing, supposed to be like a versatile thing where you trying to show your brand in a different way. Like he want us to really show who we are, but also not lose out on something just because we thought the atmosphere was gonna be this and that. Like this is the words he's saying to me. So, and that's
all right. Okay.
Family Ties is number one, I think. Family Ties.
But you want to go first with Family Ties?
Yeah.
Okay, so where we gonna put Scar at then?
Wherever it goes. Let's not choose.
What do you mean wherever it goes?
Let's not choose an order right now.
Why would we not choose an order?
Because
we
got 2 weeks.
See, look, bro. You starting already.
We got 14 days.
You starting already, bro. Okay, cool. And tomorrow to be 13, and then next day to be 12. My nigga, let's get a head start on this shit.
No. Bro, we here to talk, bro. We here to talk, bro. I don't want to do this right now. We working, but we also don't need to waste the time we got here, man. But what I will say is I want to start with Family Ties. Everybody likes that song. It's a good little vibe.
This is a conversation for another time because I vehemently disagree with what you're saying right now, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I don't waste 12 minutes doing that right now.
All right, okay.
But you know what I would talk about, man, is just where we want to go with this show. Because I feel like we used to do like the news report type of vibe to it where it was like, yeah, man, I'm looking straight at you in the camera.
Are you talking about this particular show?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
With this show, I'm looking straight at you in the camera, like I'm looking at you, and I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to talk about news, and I'm trying to tell you about what's happening. And I really wanted to. I know me and you talked. We had a conversation. We was like, man, we talk a lot, man, and we like communicate a lot, and we need to be able to. We need to be able to do that more often because that seems to be very successful.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, man, I don't know what the hell you talking about. But you told me and you gave me some more like information to work with. So I understood, man. Like it makes sense. Just to kind of have that more chill vibe, that more like that freedom.
Right.
It
was
kind of remove some of that formatting.
It's just there's a I don't know, man, there's something to this. I don't necessarily know how other niggas do business. I don't really know how other people deal with their situations, man. But I know for you and I, it's a constant line of communication has always been very helpful. And especially when it comes to helping us like perform with things of that nature, because we can kind of lean on one another. When we come off stage, when we spend the next 2 days, 3 days, 4 days debriefing, what has happened, how the show went, what parts was you fucking with, what songs do you feel like.
It's really interesting how that works too.
Yeah.
Because I mean, even like leading up to a show, there's like this disconnect from all of your people in a way for some reason. Like it's hard to talk to people, or you really don't got much time. Like you in your head, like man, I'm envisioning, you know what I'm saying? And then once you get up there and you quote unquote get high, right? Like 'cause this is like almost like smoking a blunt. Then it takes that debrief time afterwards for everybody, and it's kind of crazy because I was listening to Wayne Brady was talking about this. Wayne Brady, good guy. He's and he was just saying that like when you do what you do and be who you are in front of these cameras, in front of these people, you're giving a part of yourself. But then when you go home, you so tired from doing all of that the people that's in your home circle kind of miss out on you. I'm tired. Like I don't really.
Yeah.
And it's kind of interesting, man, because I don't want that. But it seems like almost like that's almost an inevitable thing because it's like Bill Cosby. I bet you Bill Cosby gave a lot of himself. You know what I'm saying? Between all the shows that he was doing and all the TV.
Interesting choice.
Well, I mean, I'm just thinking of like people look at Bill Cosby like a father figure at a time. Like a family father figure. Kind of like anybody. Like they was looking at him like he is the father of Black America and back in the time when that show came out.
So you feel like he may have been more of a father to America
exactly
than he was to his own children.
Uncle Phil type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's really interesting, man. Like I'm not saying more of, but I'm just saying like when they get home, you may watch a movie or whatever, but like at the end of the day, Kevin Hart is still Kevin Hart. Like he got to get on the plane and get back out there.
Man, I can relate to that on so many levels.
Yeah.
Because the week of a show is different.
Yeah.
Because when you kind of look at your week, okay, cool, I got this going on Wednesday. This is happening on Thursday. Maybe I'll do this on Saturday. But usually, when it's a show, niggas done known about this, for a couple weeks. Maybe some months in advance.
Yeah.
And it requires some mental preparation to be able to go up there and do what it is that you got to do. You got to cut back on, some of the songs that you necessarily don't listen to all the time. You got to make sure that you good on, some of those verses, some of those hooks. You got to make sure your ad libs is right. You got to recite your shit. You got to put in your practice time. You really got to give a little bit of effort in the area where, maybe last week you didn't necessarily have to because, we didn't have a show this week. But next week, so, okay, cool. If the show is on Friday, then Monday through Thursday, we need to be dedicating, a couple hours of each day.
Stir the pot a little bit.
You feel me?
Don't make sure the mashed potatoes ain't sticking to the side.
Exactly. So, but as far as this show, man, and as far as me coming to you with that idea, bro, I really just wanted us to be able to have these conversations, man, and maybe if we're lucky enough, will help somebody else.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe, if we do well enough with this shit, we can assist somebody in communicating with one of their partners or
And you know what
your
I
girl or
think,
whatever
man?
it is.
I think that's part of being a leader, man. Like I think I feel like I would rather not be a leader in the sense that everybody pick up your spears. Let's go and attack. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather be a one person that leads by example. Um, and when I get the opportunity to communicate myself, like right now, I do that, right? So like anybody who's watching me, they may be able to pick something up from that way. Oh man, he gave this little tidbit here, he gave this little tidbit here. I don't want to be a person that says do this, do that, but I would rather be somebody that, because honestly, to be honest with you, I'm slightly afraid to be a leader in some senses, because with that, it's almost like America asks you to be perfect, you know? So if I can be a leader by example rather than telling people's kids what they need to do and what they should be doing, I'm a little more comfortable with that. But if I got to get on camera and be that type motherfucker, it's a little more humbling for me, man, and it can kind of like turn me away because I'm not looking to be that.
I guess for me, there's value in both.
Yeah, it is, and definitely.
Being that leader by example, sometimes sometimes it's necessary. Sometimes you need to see, whoever is in charge,
Yeah.
in the trenches next to you. I need to see, like, your shoes dirty too.
Yeah.
I need to see you picking up some shit, throwing some boxes, running this marathon, whatever it is. I need to see you sweating too, but at the same time,
You know a little bit of that because you more recently got into that role yourself in your own personal life,
which has really been like weird, bro. It's really, really, really been weird. To have people coming to you and asking you, okay, so what we doing? What's next? What's next? What's next? And it's like you always have to have an answer.
Yeah, because if you don't, then whoever's above you gonna look like,
right,
what's going on? I thought this was done. I thought that was done.
And it's half the time, whatever the fuck is going on, it's the result of somebody shortcomings, basically. Somebody not doing something or not listening or pretending as though we didn't do this exact same thing last fucking night.
Yeah.
Like it's.
I used to be a manager at GameStop, so I get it, man. It's like you, and then our last shift could have done it. It's like, why am I here doing this? But then also, I guess that why am I here doing this is the reason you're doing this. Mm-hmm. That's the reason that you're in the position, because you're here to kind of clean up the shit, if you will. So
it's I don't know, but then like to that point. Sometimes people do need guidance.
Yeah. And that's why I love J. Cole, man. Cause like J. Cole is a lead by example type of guy, don't get me wrong, but he's not as much so that as he is a teacher. Like his music that I love J. Cole for is like he's telling about the black household. He's telling us stories about like things that he's learned and seen. Mm-hmm. And
there's also direction. there's also like a with his mama being white, bro. I've always wondered like what it was like to come up in a house, being a black kid, but having like a white parent, like how that dynamic is. Like I've always been curious about that.
Yeah.
Because it definitely has to be a little different. It definitely, like, I mean, there are some things, that your white mother just is not going to know. She's not going to understand. She's not going to relate to. She can see it. She can feel it. She got a black child. So there's there's obviously some sort of connection, but something is always going to be missing. And, it isn't necessarily something you can put your finger on. It's just
like
cultural.
Being raised by a mother as a boy, It's kind of like the same thing.
Facts. Or, coming up in a house full of women.
Yeah.
So it's, I don't know. It can be, it can... all of this shit can be really, really taxing on your mental, but I think that's why we're here.
Yeah, man. I like I said, man, I'm happy to lead that way, man. And so with that being in mind, man, I want to bring some people on that are leaders as well, as by example.
Facts.
So I mean, be looking forward to that, y'all, man. This has been the first episode of the year. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy for to be here. So.
Facts.
If y'all need something, Salem.Avenue, you see it right there.
Word. Wherever you are and however you may be listening, appreciate y'all.
Peace out till next week. We every week now, every week.